Yeah, we on Boss Talk 101. Yeah, we gonna talk.
No offense to Kevin Bacon, but when it comes to degrees of separation between artists and actors and icons and movers and shakers, nobody is more entwined with the cultural fabric of the past 30 years than Sean Combs, Puff Daddy, Puffy, P. Diddy, whatever you call him. His fingerprints are all over music and television and fashion and fragrances, even the liquor that we've been drinking for decades. And even if you don't know Diddy from Puff Daddy, no judgment, boo. He's had many acts. But he's more than likely made an impression on everybody watching right now. I don't care what your age is. Maybe you'll never forget when he dated J-Lo. That was a big thing, quarter century ago. Trust me. Before Ben Jen, it was Diddy Jen. But then it was Puff Jen, actually. He launched the Vote or Die in 2004. Became a really big deal there for a lot of people. He also threw those star-studded white parties in the Hamptons where everybody who was anybody went. Maybe you saw these pictures. Maybe you were there. Maybe you drank that Ciroc vodka that he was shilling forever, right? Maybe you wore a pair of his jeans. Sean John was a heck of a label. And maybe Bad Boy Entertainment opened your eyes and ears to a world that you never knew existed. Now, of course, Sean Combs' legacy, just like his liberty, his fortune, and his future, that all hangs in the balance of a sex crimes trial underway right now in New York.
Wow, guys, make sure you like, subscribe to the channel. When you think about what's going on with Diddy now, you know, the trial has already went on the way. Here we are. It's the fourth day. When you look at what Diddy, is being charged for sex trafficking, she just ran down a litany of things that he done that was not on the sex trafficking side, but just things that he accomplished. It's real touchy to me how they're, the main thing is the deal that what happened with Cassie is what I see. The sex trafficking, there are so many different people that are coming out saying this and saying that. Some of those people have been discredited. Some of those people we look at as credible, but a lot of the people, the things they're asking about, it almost seems like a witch hunt. Who will be the main characters in this is what you have to ask yourself. What's really going on behind the scenes? What are the lawyers trying to build up? What are the prosecutors trying to build up? It's mighty funny to me. I just seen this other guy that just came out. I think it was on Ball Alert or one of these crazy situations that I seen where let me find it. I should have been prepared, right? You know what I mean? But when you look at what they're trying to charge him with and the things that they're accusing him of, things just keep popping up, which makes it almost like a witch hunt. You want to make it to where it's something you can say, man, that's credible, But here it goes. It says, Trump golf course shooter claims he was Diddy's sex slave and signed a $5 million NDA. And that's crazy to me. His name was Jonathan Oddie, the man who shot up Trump's National Doral Golf Club in Florida back in 2018, is now claiming he was Diddy's sex slave and signed a $5 million non-disclosure agreement to stay quiet. According to the New York Post, a document allegedly from 2014 recently surfaced that detailed Oddie's claim of being sexually involved with both Sean Diddy Combs and the singer Cassie Ventura. I had sex with Cassie and Sean, Oddie told police during his arrest. Basically, he would masturbate and tell me what to do to Cassie. I was like a sex slave for them. That's what I was. He added that Diddy feared exposure. He was scared I will expose him. My settlement put me in a box. Basically, I couldn't talk because I was going to be sued. They kept following me. Oddie's ex-wife, attorney Tony Totorwine, told the Daily Mail the NDA lined up with a divorce. Says the date of the contract was around the same time as our divorce. I almost feel like he divorced me because he came to into all this money, and so I wouldn't claim it. She said, I started feeling like a third wheel in someone who someone else's life rather than a wife. Troutwine said she saw her ex getting pulled deeper into Diddy's world. Diddy just has those radiating personalities, and I can tell that he really enjoyed the attention. Johnny would have played perfectly into that. She also said Adi pushed her for divorce fast. It was very odd how he wanted to get things going so quickly. It was only later I found out he had signed this agreement. She believes Adi's 2018 breakdown may be tied with Cassie's split with Diddy that same year. I don't think it's a coincidence, Troutwine said. If any of this is true, that Diddy abused Cassie, Johnny definitely would soften that situation. He wouldn't tolerate the abuse instead and try to help. These claims some as Diddy, it says, these claims some as Diddy's criminal trial begins with jury selection currently under the way. Now, this is crazy to me because we know that right now is the perfect time for people to start coming out. This report just came out, and it's crazy because at the end of the day, they're looking for it's a witch hunt. It's certain people that are coming out. Will he be testifying? No, but these are articles that just go out right now just to, you know, add fuel to the fire of them already selecting a jury, and things just steadily keep poking his head up. A lot of the stuff I see is like and don't get me wrong, Diddy is no saint, but I'm telling you, you can tell that there's things that are being said and pushed and pulled and moved to organize one's thinking. You don't think for 1 minute these juries the jurors that's being picked can see this stuff happening? You out of your mind. They'd have to go somewhere in a space shuttle and be out of space in order not to see it. So we see that this thing is being, and that's the only bad part about it. If Diddy done something wrong, he should be prosecuted for what he done. And if it's the baby oil, if it's the guns with the serial numbers robbed off, if it's the Cassie fight, if it's the Cassie abuse, that's fine. But just trying to smear it and trying to figure out ways to make it fit into somebody's mental Rolodex, to try to figure out ways to entrap one's thinking, to push and pull a narrative, I don't think that's cool. At the end of the day, like I said, I don't know him, never met him, but just looking at the way they're prosecuting him and the way that they do these things, a lot of times, of course, our people, they the first to jump on the bandwagon to throw darts at him. But now you see the big brands, they don't want to lose their money when they go into a trial. So we know already that this thing is not something that they're trying to go in and have any kind of hiccups on. So pay attention to the press, the way that they're rolling it out. Look at how they're doing things to try to get Diddy's name back in some type of negative limelight so that they can figure out ways to manipulate what's going to happen with this case. We know already there was parties. We already know there's parties involved. Who all is going to be coming out of a situation where people are going to be taking a stand? I don't know. It's weeks to come. We'll see in the next 2 months. But they're batting down. They're getting close to having the jurors selected. Last night, I think I looked, it was 45. Early this morning, since I've been looking at it, they've narrowed it down now. I think they about got the 12 jurors, and there's 6 that's going to be standing by selected. It's going to be an uphill battle for Diddy. It's going to be an uphill battle. You're going to see Cassie, I think, come take the stand. A lot of crying going to be going on. A lot of people going to be hurt. Diddy better get him some character witnesses, not only his mother, but other people that are prominent in the city to show his innocence. He better have a hell of a fire team. He do got Steele over there and some more of them, lawyers, but you're seeing some of his attorneys. I've seen some smearing coming on his attorney that he was an sex offender or something. He had a sexual assault case. It's something allegedly that they're pointing toward him that he's already had issues with in the past. So there's a lot going on right now, but don't be fooled. You will get to the bottom of it. I'm just looking at, man, I said I would cover this and give you guys insights of how I feel about it as far as Boss Talk 101 reviews go. But I just feel like, show us what he done. I hate that this is not going to be shown and televised, and there's cameras not going to be allowed in the courtroom. We can only hear what happens from people, secondhand, third-hand information. But man, hate to see anybody have to go in that courtroom being one to know about that courtroom. It's a crazy, tough world to deal with. But he's got the money. They say his hair, he's not able to dye his hair. So you see a lot of pictures that are being drawn with the gray showing. And just let us, you know, go in the comment. Let me know what you think about this Diddy trial. Do you feel like this guy coming out, that this guy who shot up Trump, who's pushing the buttons here, guys? Let me know what you think. Why is it conveniently stuff coming out right now? It was always coming out, but these are a little bit more radical, high profile. Just let us know, man, what you think about this case, and what do you see Diddy being in the next 2 to 3 weeks? He got nervous and had to go to the restroom a few days ago. He's going to get nervous in that as they keep on pushing forward with this, as that opening statement come and they start this trial on the way. Boss Talk 101 reviews.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk 101. Yeah, we gonna talk.